Gryphon just kicked me in the face. All I did was ask if I could play with his balls here. Maybe it didn't translate well. I'm going to use his table. Hey, we do. You're going to need a mic, aren't you? Oh, dude, you've got a keyboard.
I can just shout very loud.
He's Scottish. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Fox and more. I'm Uncle Kage. And this is my amazing balancing act. And this is because I have been known to spill wine on the stage. So I have here the spill-proof wine glass. Now you may notice this is a rather dark color for a Riesling. I was a little bit nervous. A very, very nice gentleman named Milky Way gave me this bottle, and I thought, it's a very old bottle. Riesling generally doesn't keep well. So I quietly opened it backstage to make sure it was still good. It's not just good, it's fucking good. Since he was kind enough to give the bottle to me, I should at least share. Mr. Milky Way, if you're out there, would you please come and join me for just a moment? Thank you ever so much. No. I should be like Sergeant. Thank you again. I'm going to try to make this not suck. Also, we need to move. Oh, before I forget, there was wonderful Dragnaros out there who makes sure I don't fall over at night. Take that to him, would you so be so kind? Thank you very much. All right, and Mr. Amor, somebody brought this up for you. I don't know if this is the kind of thing you were looking for or not. And he said, he said you had to do some sort of ritual by pouring it in that. No. I don't trust you because you're Scottish. There is something that was said of the folks in the British Isles. I think my grandmother taught this to me. It said that first there were the Scots who kept the Sabbath and anything else they could lay their hands on. Then there were the Welsh who prayed on their knees and on their neighbors. And then there were the Irish who never knew what they wanted but were willing to fight for it. And lastly, were the English who considered themselves a self-made nation, thus relieving Almighty God of a terrible responsibility. I don't know, that really knocked him dead in Britain. Anyway, basically what I do up here, is, for those of you who don't know, is basically they give me a bunch of wine, and I'm grateful to Milky Way for this amazing stuff. And I just basically keep putting it into my body until my body ceases to function and collapses in a heap and gibbers on stage here. Fox would do that too, but as I said, he's Scottish, they've got very strong bones. Even when he has drunk himself into a stupor, his fingers will still be moving on that keyboard.
Challenge accepted.
Let's see, shall we? Immediately when we're done, we're going to have a very, very brief break here, so the fox can be dragged off the stage by his still dancing fingers. And then I'm going to ask to the Ranting Gryphon if he is not already passed out because he's a lightweight to join me. Not even a squawk out of him. I never imagined him to be such a pussy.
Put on sunglasses and I can look like it.
Well, no.
I can shave my hair.
You'd have to.
Challenge accepted.
No! It's been done before. All right. So basically, I get up here and I make noises with my face. So the face noises will commence right now. Hi. Hi. That was easy. Okay. Of late, since I was last here, as a matter of fact, there's been a lot that has happened. All of it horrible. Some of you may know that having lived in the great state of Pennsylvania in the United States for most of my life, I have since moved to the state of North Carolina, which is down in the south, the southern part of the USA, where people are polite, if not overly intelligent. I bought a very, very beautiful condominium down there, gorgeous place, home sweet home. And I moved in and was having a very, very happy time of it. It's very warm in the southern United States, so I didn't pay attention to any sort of heating. And then as October came in, I started to notice it was getting a little chilly in there. So I said, I shall simply turn on the heat. So I did. And I realized it wasn't exactly getting very warm. In fact, the air coming out of the ducts was very, very cold. So I called the company who has the warranty on my home, whose job is to fix things like this. And I called them up and I say, hey, my heat's not working. Come fix it. They said, we'll send someone. Well, they did all right. There was a knock at my door one day, and there was old Smilin' Joe. Smilin' Joe is what we call a good old boy. He came in my place. He said, how you doing there, Mr. Conway? Let me look at the here heat, right? Yeah, those sound like the notes for my heating. All right. Oh, man, look at that. Have a look at this here, Mr. Conway. I'll see what your problem is. Seems like your automatic flip-flop overdrive has become inverted in here, and it appears the masturbator circuit is not jerking the way it ought to be, and we're getting absolutely nothing out of the putz puller. I said, what? He said, the damn thing's broken. I said, well, can you fix it? He said, nope. You're gonna have to replace the whole thing. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll bring in something I can patch it up with, maybe some baling wire and a few night crawlers or something, and we'll just put it back together for you. I'll be back here tomorrow night at 6. Well, tomorrow night at 6 came. I never saw Smilin' Joe again. So eventually I called the home warranty company back and I said, okay, I have an idea. You guys are going to call Smilin' Joe, and you're going to tell him that he is not going to come onto my property again. As a matter of fact, he is never going to allow me to get eyes on him in any shape or form, because I will not be responsible for the outcome, because I'm a firm believer in the Second Amendment. That means I can shoot the bastard. It says so right in the law. Gotta love my country. So, I called up a professional heating man. There's a knock at the door, and here comes Mr. Professional. Mr. Professional comes in. He said, I don't know what Smilin' Joe was talking about. Look at that there. Your automatic flip-flop overdrive is flip-flopping just the way it oughta. That masturbator circuit is jerking like it oughta. And the putz puller, look at that thing pulling away. It's about to go off, in fact. I said, so what are you telling me? He said, it ain't broke. I said, great. why don't I have any heat? He said, well, yeah, that's the problem. Okay, I said, let's start over again. Hi, I'm Sam Conway. Here's my heater. Tell me what's wrong with it. He said, not putting out any hot air. Genius. Sheer unadulterated genius. You didn't get anything past this guy. I said, beautiful. Can you fix it? He said, nope. Okay, I'll bite. Why? He said, well, here's how your heater works, see? You got these here coils of hot water, and it's gonna be blowing air up over those coils, you see? And that's gonna make the air hot, and then the air is gonna be hot, it's gonna come down, it's gonna make you hot. I said, mister, at my age, nothing's gonna make me hot. I just want my heater to work. So, can you fix it? He said, nope. All right, why? He said, well, them there pipes got water in them. You need a plumber for that. All right, next phone call was to the plumber. I got a bonus, because I didn't get one, I got three. I got Billy Bob, Bobby Bob, and Cletus showed up at my door. And they come in and they said, how you doing there, Mr. Conway? We can have a look at your coil. Oh, this is the problem, Mr. Conway. See the problem with the coil up here? The problem is you got the air bubble, you got the vapor like you're cavitating on the pump there because the water can't go through there with the air bubble. We're gonna do, we gotta get the air out of there, put the water through there, then you'll be all set. I said, what? He said, we're gonna fix it. I said, thank you. So what they did was they took all the water out of the pipes and then put it back in. And the heat worked. I don't care, it worked. And that's physics, not chemistry. I don't know how it worked, but it worked. For about 2 months. After 2 months, the heat stopped working again. And I could tell the fan, the blowing motor, was not even coming on. So, with no choice, I called up Mr. Professional. And he came in and he said, opened the door to the heater and he said, Will, Mr. Conway, I see what your problem is. I said, what? He said, you know how when Billy Bob, Bobby Bob, and Cletus took out the water and then put it back in? He said, they probably should have closed that valve that keeps the water in. Oh, well, that can happen to anyone, can't it? You know, it's sort of like, it's like, you know, it's like forgetting to shake off after you pee. You know, it happens to all of us once. Girls, you got no idea what I'm talking about. We'll talk later, okay? Or do they? I don't know. George Carlin asked that question. What do girls do? They just like bounce up and down? This is going the wrong way. Let me fix this. We had to take the fan, which is what we call a squirrel cage. It's this big rotary thing that is in like a big bucket. Well, that big bucket had filled to the absolute top with water. And for I don't know how long, that fan had turned into a Mississippi powder wheeler until it finally gave up the ghost. At least I had heat back. But this didn't sour me on the state of North Carolina, because some furries there, and there are a lot of them. It is just crawling with furries. You cannot sling a dead cat without hitting a furry in North Carolina, let me tell you. So, a bunch of these fellas came over and they said, you don't look happy, Uncle Kage, what's the problem? And I said, boys, my heater broke. And Smiling Bob came, and then Mr. Professional came, and then Billy Bob, Bob, and Cletus came, and then Mr. Professional came back, and then I said, I don't know what I'm going to do. I just want to die. And they said, well, there's a sake bar a mile away. It's like, let's do it, let's go. Sake bar. Japanese rice wine, my favorite thing in the world. I love sake. Oh, sake is wonderful stuff. Sake is to me what Guinness and blowjobs is to Foxamore. course, to a Scot, there's no difference.
Actually, it's great getting them in Glasgow because they've got no teeth.
Watch the word.
I love them.
So, they took me out to the sake bar to cheer me up. This was going to be great. We went out to the sake bar, and I walked in the door, and this very handsome Asian gentleman walked up to me. This very handsome Asian gentleman walked up to me. And he smiled, and he bowed, and he said, "How y'all doing?" And I looked at the guys, and they just... All right. "You have sake, don't you, Mr. Asian gentleman?" He said, "Yes, sir, we got both kinds. We got hot and cold." So we went and we sat down at this wonderful Asian bar. And they brought out some little, those little peas they eat there. What do you call it? Amanamanamanamis, and we ate them. And then I said to the Asian gentleman when he came by, I said, "What type of sake do you serve?" He said, "I told you, hot and cold." I said, no. What type of sake? What grade? What prefecture? What brewery? And he said, "Let me get your menu." And I looked at the fellas again. But I didn't hate them yet. Because he brought me the menu. They had exactly 4 kinds of sake. Shit, real shit, and So I decided that since was their absolute top shelf sake, that's the one I would get. Please give me a glass of So he walked away, and I looked at the fellas, and they're all just sitting there. And as I was looking at them, from the corner of my eye, I saw the waiter come back in with a bottle and a glass. And something didn't look right. And I turned, and as he was just about to pour the sake, I said, "Stop. Why is there a cucumber sticking out of my sake glass?" I'm going to ask again. Why is there a cucumber sticking out of my sake glass? And he said, "Didn't you want one?" Okay, work with me here, okay? Imagine this. Picture, if you will, that I walk in to the finest restaurant in Paris, and I say, "Good morning, garçon. Yes, my usual table, please. Kindly bring along a glass of Saint-Emilion 2001, please. Oh, and would you be good enough to put a dead trout in it for me? And maybe filter it through an old jock strap a few times." Let me put it this way. No! No, I do not want a goddamn cucumber in my socket. Get it out of there! I looked over at the fellas. And they were just... But even that could not spoil my mood. Because having moved very recently to North Carolina and taken a new job, a new home, and everything, I had done a quick calculation. I don't know how it works in other countries, but in the United States, the way your taxes work is you give all of your money to the government, and then they give you back a little bit at the end of the year. Yeah, that's pretty much it, right? It's like being married, I'm told. Anyway, So if you like move or take a new job or do something like that, you can get more money back from the government. I did a quick calculation and I had a lot of money coming back from the government. So it's all right, this is gonna be great. I'm gonna have a grand old time here. I got a lot of money coming back from the government. These guys are not gonna ruin my good time. So, expecting to have a lot of money, I was kind of being fast and loose with my spending. And, well, I should have been a little more careful because I was driving down a little road in a small town. Now, driving by which, you know the Autobahn? Kind of the same thing. I was doing about 3,000 kilometers a second. The speed limit being 50. For some reason, this caused distress to a police officer who felt that perhaps I needed to be spoken to about this habit of mine. And he turned on his little light. He was on a motorcycle. It's like, oh, I can't even be caught in a guy in like a Dodge Charger. I can be caught in a guy on a moped coming up. Pull over. So he pulled me over, and he walked up to the window. Now, if you're a comic, if you're a funny person, you sometimes feel it necessary to make a tense situation less tense by interjecting a little humor. So I rolled my window down, and he said, "Do you know how fast you were going?" And I said, "Not fast enough to outrun you." That was a $220 joke. So okay, I'm now down $220, but at least I'm going to be getting back a lot of money from the government, so that's not going to upset me too much. So the next thing I realized was I was going to be going to Confuzzled in Great Britain very shortly. Well, the US is very, very, very nervous about terrorists and horrible people who want to kill the president from coming into the country. So we have very strict immigration laws, and they want to examine everything. They want to take off your shoes going into the airplane, and they want your teeth fillings to be removed and everything. Or if you give them some money, they'll give you a free ticket to get through customs. Because, as we all know, terrorists don't have money. So, it's called global entry. And what you do is you send the government $100. Okay, there's now $320 down, all right. You send the government $100, and they basically say, okay, thank you for the money, you may go. Or at least that's what it looked like. All you had to do is go online, you get your passport, and you get all your information, and you key your passport number in, and your credit card number and everything, and you give them money, and okay. 3-4 days later, I got an email back saying, your global entry application has been conditionally approved. You just have to have an interview now with one of our global entry agents. And I said, great, that's wonderful. Where do I go for that? Well, I had a choice. I could go to New York City, St. Louis, Seattle, San Francisco, Toronto, which is part of the U.S. It's U.S., it's, what do they say, kind of like America's hat then? Yeah, there was nothing near me. I had to go clear back to my old home in Philadelphia to have this interview. So that involved getting all the way up to Philadelphia, which was at least another $100 in travel. Okay, I'll do that, I'll arrange that. What do I need to bring with me to this interview? Just bring your passport and a credit card in case we have to charge you more. All right, I got a credit card, and the passport's right, from when I keyed it in, it's right here in the, it's under the, well, it's right here, just in the drawer. fall down behind. I started to get that feeling like I swallowed a cat. It had been sitting right here, right? And I said, oh God, what's... What I didn't want to think about was the fact that I keep my trash container right next to the desk. And it had been several times it had gone away. So I realized it was gone. And if I wanted to get my global entry, and I wanted to get to Confuzzled, and I didn't want to waste my $100, I had to get another one. So I went to the passport office, and the lady said, how soon do you need it? And I said, now? She said, we could do that. I said, great! She said, it'll cost you. Gotta love my country. It took some doing, but I got the appointment to get in and see the lady that very day. And I went in and I sat down with her with my birth certificate. And I showed it to her, and she looked and said, oh, this is no good. It says certificate of birth. This is it. I was born. I can prove it. Look. See? I was through the birth process. I'm here. She said, yes, but it doesn't have your parents' names on it. I said, I know their names. I don't need it on here. I don't need to be reminded. Apparently, the state of Pennsylvania did not think it was important to say who a baby belonged to. That's why so many are just wandering around on the streets up there, or in the aisles of aircraft going from New York City to Berlin, but we'll talk about that another time. So I said, what am I going to do? She said, well, I have exactly 7 minutes left before I have to go on to my next customer. If you can get home and get another form of identification and get back here, then I can process it. So I said, 7 minutes? What am I going to do? If I don't have my birth certificate, this is all I have. I got nothing else to say I was born. You want proof? What am I supposed to do? You'll call up my mom and say, come here and show them? I don't know. You got to help me out. What am I going to do? She said, do you have an old passport? I said, oh, yes. It's at home, which is 4 miles away. I can do it. So I jumped out, got in my car, went tearing down the street at exactly 50 kilometers an hour. Got home. You know how when you move, you always wind up with like 20 boxes that stay packed for a while? I don't have them anymore. They all got unpacked in one big spot until I found the passport on top of the pile. And I went racing back 50 kilometers an hour. And I gave the lady my old passport, and she said, okay, great. That'll be $140. Plus a $75 rush fee, plus a $30 fee that we don't really know what it is, but it says here I have to charge it, so that's a $30 fee. And then there's the fee for having fees, and the surcharge. So, the ticket with the... my finances were really starting to hurt. But I still didn't let myself get too sad. Because just a few days before, I had sent in my giant stack of paperwork to the accountant to get that huge sum back from the government. So, that very day, after putting in my brand new passport application, I drove home, and there, in my mailbox, was the packet from my accountant that I'd been waiting so long for. And I tore it open and went through the papers, went straight to the cover sheet, and I saw that I really suck at math. You know how I was, like, expecting a large sum of money? Apparently I got the plus and the minus wrong at some point, because I had to give the government an enormous amount of money. And I stared at this in horror. And the letter from the accountant said, please remit, plus my $150 fee, to this address, by this date. P.S. Why did you send us your passport? really, really tragic thing is all the stories I tell are true. All this stuff happens to me. And I like to say that as much as I like to get news stories, I don't like the getting of news stories, if you understand what I mean. But sometimes even the getting of news stories can be fun. When I travel, I have memberships to the Executive Travelers Clubs because I'm a very important man, as you see. So, I was sitting in this club, and I was enjoying myself. The wine is always free. And I found a quiet little corner over here, and I am sipping my wine, reading a periodical. And I got my computer out to look and see how the stock market was doing that day. And oh, let's look at the fashion pages, and oh, let's look at the society pages and see how the Empress is doing, shall we? So while I was sitting there quiet and happy, sipping my wine, a businessman came in. He's the one we refer to as that guy. He came in with a cell phone that had a broken microphone on it. Because the guy at the other end couldn't hear what he was saying unless he was making sure that he was shouting to him. Since the microphone was broken, he had to shout so he could hear him through the windows of the airport across the 800 miles. And I thought, that's very rude. What do you do? Well, there's the standby glare. There's the impatient huff. Sometimes those don't work. Then there's the exasperated F. But that even didn't work. Blah, 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 blah. So I did the next thing that came to mind. I went to my laptop, went to YouTube, did a search for the words sweet transvestite. Cranked the volume up full and let it rip. Even started doing the dance. I'm just a sweet transvestite from transsexual Transylvania. Ha ha! He got up and left. I don't know why. I thought I did very good. Everybody's critic, aren't they? But that same trip, I ran into a delay. Oh, I don't like delays. I don't like delays at all. Because I'm a working man. I had to get back to work the next day. Pro tip for you travelers to the United States. Never try to travel through the city of Chicago in January. It's kind of like trying to invade Russia in the winter. No. Sorry. It's kind of like, it's a bad idea, all right? So, I had tried to fly through Chicago. Now, Chicago knows how to deal with snow. They just get little guys with shovels to uncover the aircraft so they can take off. And they don't even plow the runways. The aircraft does that for you, just through the snow. Leaves this aircraft-shaped hole through the snow dunes here. But no other city in the United States has ever seen snow before. Every single time they get amnesia. What is this white material falling from the sky? Oh goodness, it will crash through the windshield and injure the pilot. We have to cancel all the flights. Because I was sitting in the club in Chicago waiting for my flight to Raleigh. And, club, right? And when it was coming time to get to my plane, I stood up, after a fashion, took my little rolly bag, said to the lady, bye. And, all right, gate is this way. Gotta go to the gate. Gate 83, 85, here it is, 87. Oh, it's going to Cancun. No, canceled. Oh, that ain't good. I go back to the club, talk to this lady, all right? And I said, hey, my plane is going to Cancun. I want to go to Raleigh. And she said, She said, well, we can't send you to Raleigh because, you know, the flight that's going down there might have a snowflake on it. And that snowflake might be a terrorist. So I said, well, when can you get me out next? And she looked at the little schedule and she said, the next flight out is 6:30 a.m. I said, well, that's not bad. She said, Thursday. No, man, look, listen, I have to get to work tomorrow. I cannot take time off. If I take time off, I won't be able to go to Eurofurence. I don't want that. You have to get me to Raleigh. And she said, I could give you a different connection, and it would get you there, but you don't want me to do that. I say, yes, I do. I cannot afford to spend the night here in Chicago. You have to get me to Raleigh now. And she said, we'll fly you through Newark, New Jersey. I said, get me a room. Because I know Newark, New Jersey. Remember EF9? Kind of like that. But dirtier. And more murdery. So, I said, listen, what did I ever do to you? And she said, I'm sorry, Mr. Conway, if you want to go to Raleigh, you're going to have to go through Newark. I said, you are really hurting me, you know. Do you know what this does to my soul? Do you know how I'm going to feel when I look through that window at that filthy, plague-infested sewer? And she said, better you than me. I said, all right, give me the damn ticket. Oh, I forgot I was drunk. All right, give me the damn ticket to Newark, what the hell. I said, how long am I going to be there? She said, 3.5 hours. I said, what do I ever do to you? So I got my ticket, and I flew to Newark, and the plane was like crashing through the snowdrifts, you know, goes airborne, leaves this long trail of snow behind it. Had a little red light on the front, even, as a matter of fact. You could hear little jingles out the window. And we landed in Newark. Had to bump over some winos on the way. And the plane pulled into the terminal, and I quickly made my way to the club, where it was more or less safe. You've got to go through like a checkpoint and all this scanner and things, and then like this iron gate. So I went through that, and I sat in the club, and every 10 minutes I checked that monitor and said, on time, on time, on time. So since it's on time, I got lots of time. They say time is money. For me, time is wine. I had a lot of time. So, about the appointed time, I looked again at the monitor. On time, good. I tried to find my willy bag. There it is. All right. Oh, sorry, ma'am. All right. I'm going to Cancun. Whoa, wait. I don't want to go to no goddamn Cancun. Where's that lady in the front? I went to the lady in the front, and I said, why the hell is my plane canceled? And she said, I don't know, you'll have to talk to my supervisor. Why the hell's my plane canceled? And he went tappity, tappity, tappity. And he said, it's canceled due to weather. There was a big window behind me, and I looked out at a beautiful, clear winter sky. And I said, what weather? There's not even a terrorist snowflake. And I know Raleigh doesn't have snow. Where is this weather you speak of? And he said, I'm sorry, that's what it says, weather cancellation. I said, well, okay, look, are you looking at the same window I'm looking at? Do you see that? The sky is empty. It is devoid of snow. It is devoid of clouds. And he said, well, apparently it's also devoid of airplanes. I had to give him that one. I was like, good. It would make the story very long to explain that I had to spend a night in Newark. I remember this story from the Odyssey where one guy goes down to Hades and is down there for a while. Read the Odyssey, you'll know what happened to me in Newark. Because I gotta watch my time up here. We want to try to get this close to being on schedule and stuff, so I'm gonna skip to some of the more interesting stuff here. If not interesting, then at least stuff will get me off the stage in time. Everybody know Olwulf? Yeah, Olwulf? Yes, you know Olwulf. He handles the media relations. Olwulf is usually a very intelligent man. 2 years ago, in Magdeburg, he came looking for somebody to talk to people coming in, and he decided it would be good to talk to me. The problem is I'd started early that day. And Olwulf came to get me, kind of took me by the time, like, where are we going? Where are we going? Whoa. Oh, does the ceiling do that for you too? Wait, who am I talking to again? Oh, this guy! Hi! How you do? That's a kick-ass mustache. It's not like that Adolf guy's, but that really kicks ass. You need to do something with that mustache. That's cool. You look like Charlie Chaplin. And Olwulf leaned over and said, now my German is not very good. He said something that sounded like, das ist der Bürgermeister von Magdeburg. He found a way to cut through the alcoholic haze. I went, hello. How are you? Do you speak English? He said, no. I said, good. Now, I should at this point out, I do occasionally make an off-color comment about that time in history where the two halves of the world did not necessarily understand each other. It was a tragic time. I don't mean to make light of it. And it's necessary for me to mention this because I want to tell you about a man that I had the pleasure of knowing. He was an amazing and memorable fellow. His name was Paul Gordon. He, back many years ago, in 1942 in fact, was a crew member in a B-17 bomber that, shall we say, encountered difficulty in the skies of France. Several men in his aircraft died in that difficulty. Paul parachuted out. He landed in a farm field, was rescued by the French family who owned the farm field, and when the representatives of the German government came to get him, they patched him up, and he spent the rest of their war as their guest at a hotel called Stalag 17. And I loved to listen to Paul's stories. There was something about them that I couldn't put my finger on. Not only was he an absolute engaging storyteller, he could hold your attention just by making noises and pointing at you and drinking wine. It's amazing. I have no idea how he does that. But I never tired of his stories. Paul passed away very recently, and I was asked to say a few words at his funeral. And I told his wife, I don't know, it's so difficult for me to talk in front of people. But I'll try. And as I started to think about Paul's stories, I started to realize what it was that he was trying to convey in those stories. His book is available online, barnesandnoble.com. It's a little book, it's not a great encyclopedia. But Paul tells his story in a way that I've never heard an American war veteran tell. He never at any time said anything rude or even slightly insulting about the German people or the German army. In fact, he went out of his way to remind people that these guys were just as much prisoners as he was by the circumstance that they were in. He later, after the war, developed a friendship with the Luftwaffe pilot who had shot him down. He presented in his book a description, a very, very detailed description of the military inquiry into the deaths of his crew members. And that description includes how the bodies were prepared for burial, the names of the burial detail, the religious hymns that were sung as these men were taken to their gravesite, how the salute was fired with the rifles, and how wreaths were laid on the graves. The following prayers were read, and then the detail returned home. Sounds like run-of-the-mill stuff. But this was a translation of a German dispatch. These were members of the German Luftwaffe who had taken time to bury enemy flyers with full military honors. They don't teach us that in history class. I don't think anybody teaches that in history class. And that was what Paul was trying to teach us, and what I hope I learned, that even at the worst of times, in the worst of circumstances, there is still good in everyone, and all you have to do is look hard enough to see it. The funeral was a beautiful affair. I had been helping to translate letters back and forth between Paul and a lady in France who was 9 years old at the time that he landed in her village. She was the daughter of the farmer that rescued him. And it was my sad duty to tell her that dreadful news by telephone. When I went to Paul's funeral, I brought along a friend. Many of you know the artist Gideon. Gideon is one of my oldest friends. He also knew Paul, and he admired Paul as much as I did. And we went to say our last goodbyes. It's always very difficult. And I told the story that I just told to all of you. And people seemed to appreciate it, and hopefully they'll take that same lesson home. And when it was finished, we went up to a big memory book. Gideon stood on my right side, and we opened the book, and here are pictures of Paul when he was a young man. Here are pictures of him in the Air Corps. Here's pictures of his airplane, pictures from his time as a prisoner in Stalag 17, and we were looking at this and remembering the stories that he told us. And then I turned one more page, and I stopped. And I said, Gideon, isn't that your art? And he looked and he said, oh my God. It was a picture of an anthropomorphic wolf in a Luftwaffe uniform. And over here was an anthropomorphic fox in an RAF uniform. And we stared at this, and I said, Gideon, did you give these to him? And Gideon said, no, I never did. And I said, well, where would he have found them? And Gideon said, the only place they've ever been has been on my webpage. Here's for you, Paul, you son of a bitch. Never really had the heart to ask what else his wife might have found in that box under his bed where she told us she found these. That's enough of that. I've had very nearly an hour, and that's close enough. Here's what I'd like to do. I'm going to take a bit of a break because kind of gotta pee. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to run very quickly out the back. And while I'm doing that, Pinky is going to keep you distracted. And Then I'm going to ask to the Ranting Gryphon to get up off his lazy goddamn ass and help me for once up here. So, Pinky, could you take this quickly? I have to run. Very quickly, very quickly. I'm like Diane, yours. Bye!
Well, I see that the cockroach has run up on stage again. This time accompanied by a very good-looking gentleman. I give it... Get back to you.
Thank you, thank you. It's okay. No reason to panic. Everything came out all right.
We're smart. We worked it out with a pencil.
Yes. Okay. But Mr. Amore has told us that he's got to bugger off. Apparently something about picking a guitar out of what? He's got to go. So, I want to thank him again. This guy, Mr.
I'm basically picking up the guitarist that was on the Come Find Me album. He's not a furry. So I'm going to go out there and kind of introduce him to it a wee bit. Maybe give him a few beers first.
Wait,
and we'll see how it goes.
If he's not a furry, then why is he late?
On the record, talk some more, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for your time. And I just want to point out, I pointed this out to some other folk, one of the things that's been pissing me off for years.
What's been pissing you?
Okay, no pun intended, about Eurofurence is the fact that anytime I try to do something really jack shit kick ass with Anthrocon, they do it better.
And they laugh at you afterwards.
They do. For example,
They do.
I got this absolutely amazing kind of venue that no one had ever had before, so they got a castle. I had some really great guests of honor, then they got better ones. I had the highest percentage of people in my fursuit parade, they got a higher percentage. I had the slowest elevators at my convention. Congratulations, Gina.
One amazing thing, though, and this is fun to imagine because we don't often think about this. How many people out there are 20 years old or younger? Just show of hands. All right, all you people out there, this convention started before you were born.
Stop it.
It did. It started before you were even a twinkle in your daddy's eye.
And an expectant leer on your mother's face. I've been waiting to use that one for years, thank you. By the way, never try to sit down on one of Sarjuan's chairs.
They don't work.
They don't sometimes have, like a seat on them here.
How does that happen even? I mean, it's like the chairs, you can't even sit in them. But he can construct this Tower of Babel up to the ceiling and do a handstand on them. We can't even sit in them.
I was afraid he was going to go through the ceiling.
Yeah, he's up there doing a handstand on 12 chairs and we sit down in the things and we're done.
But he's left this really nice table for us. Thank you very much.
Oh, by the way, we didn't officially start the thing.
Oh, right, sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Uncle Kage.
This is To the Ranting Gryphon.
Yes, there we are.
Basically, what you do up here is shit. Not literally, but
I'll tell you one thing, I don't do nothing until I get a beer. I need a beer.
Oh, the fox drank all
I'm
the
gonna
beer.
sit here and just... No.
I have wine.
Fox drank all the... Okay.
He took over. I got wine.
Okay. What kind of wine?
Müller Torgau.
Müller
Müller Torgau. Müller Torgau. Yep.
It was cold.
And
What else?
I have just one cup. It's just condensation in there. Don't.
Okay.
I'm
No,
sure.
that'll do just fine.
All right. Any.
Wait a minute. Something is wrong.
You're right.
We're right.
Sorry.
Okay, let's go around and
okay,
switch.
got it.
See, we have to be on the
Wait,
right
this is
side.
my chair. I gotta have.
That's your chair.
You get that chair.
I'll get this chair and I'll move it around.
Got it right. Okay, let's.
And
There we are.
okay, we'll switch the chairs.
Okay. Cheers.
All right.
Switched. Okay, let's go.
Okay, we got it.
Okay, yeah. All right. Wait.
That doesn't work.
No. All right. Let's
Okay.
do this again. Okay. Ready? Okay.
So you go around.
This is. Wait. This.
To that
hang
chair.
on. This is.
I know.
Yeah, okay, here we are.
Forward.
There we are.
Around.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
Got it. Okay, now we're set. Gotcha. You know, the fact we can get him to laugh at shit like this is amazing. You know? Get on my fucking chair. Let's go.
We have to be sitting in this configuration.
It's like,
Or else
you
we
know,
can't do
it's
it.
like being on the wrong side of your pants. It's just not comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Germans wouldn't know about that, wouldn't they?
By the way, I wasn't being lazy.
Yes, you were.
I was back there being on staff.
They're dicking around.
Because BBF drafted me. BBF is an asshole. Hi.
Everybody say it with this. BBF is an asshole. Say it, asshole.
2 years ago, he got me drunk.
That's not being
And
an
then
asshole.
once I was Schwitz, hey man,
2 shots.
I love you to death. And he's like, would you like to come and be on my staff at EF? And I was like, absolutely, man. I would love to do that. And I woke up in the morning and I was like, what the hell did I do? So since I was working for BBF, I was actually one of the cameras that was filming your show. I was back there busy cutting off your entire foreskin.
If you don't know that story, ask BBF.
Ask BBF about, yeah.
English fail. Anyway, what we do is this is not scripted. We didn't rehearse this. We just kind of get up here and just do. That's what I love about this man. We kind of connect. It's almost as if he can
Finish his sentences before he even knows what he's going to say. We do that all the time.
because when we're up here, it's like we have this kind of bizarre connection, you know, between the two of us. But it only works when he's on that side.
Yeah. If I'm on this side, then it tends to turn a little bit sexual. There's some shaving that happens, and then the yellow discipline, and that gets really ugly. The yellow discipline.
You just made that up, didn't you?
The yellow discipline.
You made that up.
Come
Give me
on.
the goddamn roller torque out.
Nobody else has had the yellow. Oh, never mind. You know, yellow discipline.
Dude, we're dying up here.
No, I'm dying up here. You're doing fine.
No, well, no, you're the guy they're here to see. This is the warm-up act for tomorrow when this guy goes on stage.
No, I'm gonna be late. I hope you guys show up to my show drunk, because that's gonna be the best thing you can do. Come to my show drunk.
Well, at least your show's going to start on time.
I don't know. Well, hope so.
It will.
Oh, by the way, one bit of announcement. People have been coming up and asking me, it's like the donators part, the people who donated to help you out, to get you here to perform, where's that thing going to be held? Well, I got it right here. It's going to be tomorrow at 6 p.m. It's going to be in panel room 7. And we're going to get together, we're going to drag in everybody we can, and I'm thinking we should play like some celebrity Cards Against Humanity.
Where are you going to find a celebrity?
Well, the two of us, well, just you, I'm a grunt. You, and maybe we get Cheetah, maybe we could get Connie D'Ariel, maybe we could get Elector Fencer. She's nasty.
Oh, goddamn.
She like draws all these pretty wholesome pictures, but when you're just talking to her, she's nasty.
She's got a filthy mind. Yeah, she's nasty.
She got a pretty mouth. No.
Yeah, we can do that. 1800 tomorrow. Yes?
1800, yes.
1800 tomorrow in panel room
7. 7.
There is no panel room 7.
7.
Oh yes, there it is. Panel room. Really?
Du bist niedlich. I think I just out-Germaned him.
You can't out-German me unless you can shotgun that bottle.
Thing is, I could shotgun this bottle, but I'm not going to.
Pussy. Mushi.
9.
Kalter Mushi.
9.
That lady at the bar, the lady at the bar, I wanted to order some of that, and I went up and said, Guten Abend, Fräulein. Ein kalte, and she said, bitte? Also, diesen hier, kalte,
Kalte. It's a kalte.
and she's like, kalte was? I'm like, hier, diesen hier, kalte mit dem, She would not give it to me until I said it. And she's just sitting there like this the whole time. Kalte was?
Come on, Oz.
I like her. Too bad you're not supposed to tip like huge amounts around here. I would give her 100 euros. How much is that in dollars?
Oh, about a million. Yes, that's the correct answer. That's about $1,000.
Okay, that's so. Wow, damn.
I am.
Did you ever think that we as Americans would feel the way like the Mexicans used to with the peso?
No, I never did.
No. It's how long is it going to be before you and I are outside trying to wash people's windshields as they're going by?
Germans. We're going to be washing Germans' windshields so they'll give us €1, which will be our rent for a year. You know, I noticed that actually walking around Berlin is awesome. Berlin is so cool. Berlin is like ultimate party town. There are people like getting drunk and jumping off of buildings just to make the funniest chalk outline on the sidewalk when they hit. And Berlin is amazing, but I've been noticing that I used to go around and I used to try to explain. One of the first things when you're an American, German phrases that you learn is, you know, ich sprechen Sie nicht Deutsch? Sprechen Sie, you know, kein Deutsch? And that I found out, I was talking to a German friend of mine, he said, you know, you shouldn't say that. I was like, why not? He's like, it's kind of insulting. I was like, it is kind of insulting. And then it kind of hit me. It'd be like if somebody, you know, you're an American standing there, and somebody walked up and said, hello, how are you? I do not speak very good English. Do you understand? Not good English from me. You get what I say to your face? Not good English. And eventually you just want to go. It's like, it's obvious instantly that we don't speak good Deutsch. You know, so we don't have to say that. Because if we say that, then it's like they're stupid.
We had to.
The second we open our mouths, they know we're not going to speak good Deutsch. We don't have to explain that.
Okay, we just need to have it tattooed on our foreheads. Duma Americana. Duma. Yep. What? This is too slow. This is faster.
Too slow? This wine is slow? He has slow wine, ladies and gentlemen.
It is. It goes down too slowly. It goes down very fast when it's in here. I'm getting wine on here. I'll fix it on this. So, have you been enjoying your...
Yay, things!
What's this? Oh,
Things. I want things. I'll get things.
I got these things. Evidence.
Evidence.
And I have...
Oh. What do you have?
What'd you get?
I got candy.
I got 69.
Oh. Hey, we could kind of split that.
What? Oh! It says do not eat. What is that?
It says hockey pulver.
Let's eat it.
Let's eat it.
I don't know. What do we do with these things? Okay.
I don't even know.
I want to try the 366 first. Let's see what we got. Hockey pulver.
This may be part of the whole evidence thing that's going on. I don't even know.
It's okay. I'm not a German citizen. There. Okay. What is this? It's exactly what it is. Hockey pulver, and it's got a picture of a guy with no teeth saying Super Zot.
What is this?
That's Bier now.
Yes. Bier
now. Salta.
Salta.
Oh wait, I know what that is. That's licorice. See, it's got a black cat on it. Do you like licorice?
Yes.
Try some. Okay, you try the licorice. I'll try the hockey pulver. Hockey pulver.
It says do not eat. Maybe we shouldn't.
What?
They're saying don't eat it.
They're German. They don't speak English. It probably means something else in their language. How the hell is this?
This smells like an old lady's house. I'm gonna eat it.
Go for it. Okay, yeah, I got a PhD in science. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Oh, you gotta try this. This is amazing.
I think we got to try this too.
You got a rolled up $10 bill?
Oh, goddamn!
No, here.
That burns.
These are amazing.
Oh, I do like licorice.
Give that a try. Keep going, it gets softer after a few minutes.
I think it would. What's that called again?
I don't know. That. It's...
Hey, Sergeant One's here. No, that's.
Oh!
Okay, let's see what this. What do you do with this? You snort it? Hunky, or you?
I wouldn't put it in my mouth. I don't know.
Well, actually, I think you should.
I'm not gonna.
What?
I already did that first. You do that. I did this. You do that.
All right.
What if it's like soap? You don't even know.
We're gonna find out.
You don't even know.
We're gonna find out. So,
Is it soap?
kind of. Actually, it tastes like a lemon having sex with a grapefruit. Yes, that's exactly what it tastes like. Try it.
Isn't that what botulism tastes like?
Oh yeah, kind of think that it does. That's the best botulism I ever had, though. Wow.
Damn!
Look at the color. Look at. Whoa. Do you smell that color? Smell. Green. Ooh.
Wow. Everyone smells purple.
This tastes better now.
I'm gonna have this shit in my teeth for years.
I thought you liked that.
No! The only thing I want in my teeth is unborn babies.
Do you want to try 69?
Okay. It's gotta be the best.
What's this thing doing?
It's, I think it's hitting on you. Here, hold up. So the camera can. Ah, I think that thing is hitting on him. It looks like it. He's got the tongue out.
Is anybody else getting turned on by this? Okay, let's see what we got here. This also wasn't scripted. I don't even know who the hell threw this up here. I'm hoping it was one of the EF guys.
This is the only thing that we can actually do to like try and top Sergeant One because he.
Oh goddamn!
Does that when he's up there on those chairs and he's doing the handstand and the whole stack of things is going like that? Is it just me or does everyone else get this like nervous boner? I mean, you want to see him fall, but you get this boner of like, oh my god, it's exciting. I mean, think about how he can climb you. Did you?
It appears to be negotiable. Here, eat that.
I don't want to eat. Can you eat this?
It's money.
You can't eat this, can you?
Well, you might as well eat American currency. I don't know what this is.
I'm afraid. I don't.
Okay, this one's a 50.
Eat it.
Oh,
How have you been?
I can't believe
It's very sticky. And so, I don't think I look like my passport photo anymore. Wait, this maybe this dissolves. Try it. It works.
Wait, okay. Let's see. Let's make a little more.
Oh wait, I see how you're supposed to do it. That's what this is.
feel amazing.
Me
I
too.
feel amazing.
Me
sir.
too. Get those chairs.
I'm gonna get the chair.
Yeah, okay, here we
We're
go.
going up. We're going up right now.
Yeah, start
On
that
these
music.
chairs.
There you go. All right, all right.
Okay, first chair.
This
First chair right here.
Ready? Ready?
Okay.
Okay, ready, go, you first.
Okay. I ate the rest of the money while it was on top of the chair. Oh! Oh! I can do something Sergeant Mike can't do. Give me the bottle. Quick! One bottle! I can do this and drink at the same time. He's back there laughing his ass off.
That's a damn cute ass, ain't it?
I can't, here. I gotta, I have to use my other hand to get down. Here. Okay. Oh gosh. I should not have done that.
I really, I like need his music.
You're so gonna fall and bust your ass. Oh! And then he falls down. That would have been great. He sat down, boom, on the ground. I was.
9!
Oh.
So yeah, this is what we do. We just kind of get up here and do stuff.
We discovered a long time ago that if we sit here and we just pound off of our own brains meats, then sometimes funny things come out.
I don't know why.
I don't know why.
We just do it.
We just pound on each other
And keep pounding and pounding until one of us goes off.
Yeah. Something hilarious will eventually come out of one of us. It'll probably taste kind of funny too. Remember the days when they used to give us a table filled with stuff? They used to set up a table.
Yeah, after those sausages.
Oh boy.
No, not the sausages. What are they? Those little baby penises they had in there? Those little white asparagus things?
Oh, nom nom. And, ooh. They used to set up a table full of things that we had no idea what they are because we're Americans. And I think it must have started to, they must have started to change their mind the day we blew up the Jägermeister flavored condoms and sent them into the audience where they were bouncing them around like beach balls for an hour. That actually happened. Ask some of the old timers.
Those were the days. Those are the days when it. Actually, we probably could still do that, couldn't we?
We probably could.
Where the hell are we gonna find Jägermeister flavored condoms this time of night? It's a real show now.
You know, you said something earlier that really impacted me a lot. It touched me.
What? When I said,
right
sorry, do
here.
you want to kick me in the teeth?
No, no.
What?
You said, you know, you don't measure time in minutes. You measure time in why.
Yes.
Well, this now it makes sense now.
What?
Well, how fast you're aging. Now I understand.
Now, if Foxamore was here, he'd start playing Time in a Bottle, and it would be epic.
Oh, I turned it off. Shit. I was gonna go over there and play Eat the
Well,
Babies.
most things get turned off when you show up.
Oh.
Speaking of Eat the Babies, where the hell were you when I was flying from New York? I needed you.
I was here in Berlin. I've been in Berlin a week now. I've been hanging out here and with my friend Electra Fencer, and she's been.
Don't drop names or anything.
She's great. She's been dragging me around Berlin. She lives here in Berlin, and she's been dragging me pretty much everywhere to see everything. And this is an awesome town.
Yeah, I like Berlin.
Amazing town.
It's just twice as big now as it used to be. That's
Yeah, she showed me where the wall was in places, and she'll stand on one side and I'll stand on the other side, and we'll sit there.
I'm an East.
Even though that's British.
What is?
What did this?
What is? What?
But he doesn't even
Really?
know.
What?
He does. You don't even know.
No, dude, this used to be like, peace, man.
No, this isn't peace or victory. This is the British way of saying fuck you.
Oh, yes, but the British are very polite, so they add that little extra to it there. That's what they do.
What are the Germans? The Germans just do this, don't they?
Yeah.
Germans are just like,
Oh, they're born with that. You know, German babies are born. You know?
yeah, German babies fall out. Fuck you, ma!
It's good shit.
And then immediately they start designing some kind of weapon.
Moving right along. Here, try this shit. You'll like it.
What is this?
Try it.
I'm still
Just
thinking
try
about. I'm still thinking about the baby with the soldering iron.
That's BBF, actually. That was BBF when he was a baby.
It was baby. He fell out. Boom.
At the age of 3 weeks, he had constructed a very, very complex 3D camera and was filming.
Oh,
What?
the hell is that?
Good. It's classy.
That's
It's
different.
classy. Look at it. It's classy.
It's very different. Okay,
It's very different.
wiener nut.
It's wiener nuts. That's gotta be good.
Wiener nut.
I like wiener nuts.
Wiener nut after semen.
No, aftershave. That's
It looks like
aftershave.
wiener nut after semen.
That. Oh, it is. Wiener nut after. Wiener nut after semen. Who the fuck gave this to me?
I knew it tasted familiar.
Moving right along. What? Oh, I see a light. There's a light.
Oh yes, yes, yes. Bring that shit up.
What is that?
Bring this. Bring it. Bring it. Bring it. This guy's gonna remember. Okay, come here.
I see. Oh, hi.
This is an awesome thing that I wanted to show.
It's called a
You
cell
should-
phone. They're a newfangled invention.
No.
No, what?
Okay, is this in Germany or the United States? Was it here?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's like they're the same place. It's hard to tell them apart. Where the fuck were you when it happened?
Reasons for admission to sanitariums, I believe in Germany, between 1864 to 1889. These were the actual reasons that you could be thrown into an insane asylum.
Number one, being a furry.
No, but we do have things like kicked in the head by a horse.
Being a furry.
Yes, they could throw you into an insane asylum for being kicked in the head by a horse. That makes you
It
insane.
depends on why the horse kicked you.
In general, that's probably why.
Yes, it's not being kicked in the head, it's why it kicked you.
Imaginary female trouble. That's kind of all of it, isn't
Wait.
it?
Is that trouble with imaginary females?
Oh, good question. Or imaginary troubles from females.
No, it is trouble with imaginary females, i.e. being a furry.
Yes. Let's see, jealousy and religion.
What?
Masturbation for 30 years.
You mean continuously?
Hey,
That'd be worth it.
I kind of agree with that one.
That would be worth it. I mean, let me in on
Some
that.
guy jerked off for 30 years straight. He needs to go away somewhere.
No, he's already
Probably
been there.
Anthrocon.
Touche.
Let's see, mental excitement.
But isn't that what jerking off for 30 years is all
Yeah, I
about?
think so. Let's see, overaction of the mind.
Being a furry.
Being a furry.
And jerking off for 30 years.
What's overtaxing mental powers? What the fuck?
Getting a PhD?
Oh, there's tobacco and masturbation. It's like
Whoa, wait.
at the same time.
Wait, Matt.
God, I always have a cigarette in my hand when I jerk it.
Yeah, I'd put you away for that.
Yeah, that needs to go. I didn't see this one before.
What?
Bad whiskey.
He's done. He's
Look,
gone.
I'm serious. You read some of them. Bad whiskey.
What? Wait a minute.
These are reasons for being in yeah, take it to us into
Bad. Oh wait. Bad company.
Bad Company.
That's what it says.
Like the band?
Yeah.
If you listen to the band Bad Company.
It says bad company. Oh. Bad habits and political excitement.
Political excitement.
Mm-hmm.
So if you get all excited about, say, Sarah Palin dies, then you have to go, because that to me is perfectly sane.
Okay. Business nerves.
What is a business nerve?
I mean,
What is a bit? Show me a business nerve. I would like to see a business. It'd be a little nerve. It'd be like this nerve in your body that's like a little nerve, and it would have a suit on and glasses and a tie, and it would have a little briefcase, and it would go to work. It's like, don't get on me.
here's one. Carbonic acid gas.
What even is that?
Fizzy farts.
Oh, really? So you have fizzy farts, you're crazy.
Basically, it would drive me crazy.
Are you crazy?
Okay, this one ain't funny. Death of sons in war.
That can drive people crazy.
Well, okay, that'd be half the world.
By the
It'd be
way-
3/4 of the United States.
That's half of it. The other half's of it.
Oh, there's more here. Woman trouble.
Well, we're all insane then, aren't we?
Wait a minute. Immediately under that is shooting of daughter. That's kind of woman trouble, isn't it?
Yeah, okay.
Snuff eating for 2 years.
What?
You only have to eat snuff for 2 years. You got to beat off for 30.
So if you eat snuff for 1 year,
That's
you're
fine.
fine.
Yeah.
2 years, not so much. You've got to go.
What is gathering in the head?
Well, I know what it means to me.
Yes. And right
That
after
sounds like
is-
something that's going to be in room 366. I don't know. We'll
Uh-oh.
gather at the head.
Uh-oh. Self-abuse.
Wow.
You know what they're talking about. It doesn't even have to be for 30 years.
Self-abuse.
Ow, ow, ow,
Ow,
ow.
ow, ow.
Oh.
What did you find? Let me, what is it? What is it? Let me, show me.
The one over Salvation Army.
The one over Salvation.
Salvation Army. King of the Salvation Army. Put you into the side.
Wait, the one over that?
The one immediately before that.
Rumor of husband murder. So if you get a rumor,
If you actually do it, you're fine.
oh, Betty comes up and says, "Oh my God, I heard that your husband was murdered." Then you're insane. Bye bye. You
The men in
go.
the white coats are going to come. Salvation Army? That was considered a mental disorder. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, I get that. Yeah.
Let's see. False confinement, sexual derangement. Well, we're all going.
That's it. March
We're-
out the door.
We're done.
That's it. Bye. Wait.
Oh,
What?
just so many insane. This is so much fun.
Oh, let's make a call to Japan.
Excessive sexual abuse
Yeah, you should.
and dissolute habits.
I don't know what the fuck they're
What is
talking.
that? Yeah, you don't even know, do you? Epileptic fits. Fighting fire.
Whoa, wait a minute, wait. Oh God.
Fighting fire.
Fighting? Yeah, if
Oh,
you
you just got a message.
do not read this SMS out on stage. How do you get to it?
I don't know.
Let's push this, maybe you push that thing. Let's do this.
It's an eye thing.
It's
I don't know how to do the eye
How
thing.
do you do that?
The apple.
Oh, wait, whoa. Oh.
Hello.
Dude.
Let's keep
Yeah,
going.
we found this porn. Whoa. All right. I want to find that SMS. How do you? Oh.
Hello.
Oh. Wait, there's like 6 pictures of an airplane wing.
Oh wait.
Indecent exposure. Okay.
Wait, you need your phone back. We
No.
need to, before we start
I want that
turning
SMS.
off.
I want
to
that
your
SMS.
phone.
Oh wait, messages. Found it. Messages. Do not read this SMS out on stage. That's all it says.
What it said. That's literally what that says.
Sorry. Here, take your fucking phone. That wasn't. Or I'm going to masturbate on it for 30 years. Go. I'm just crazy
Then
enough
you're
to do
good.
it.
Yeah, you're thrown into it.
You know what the difference is about this performance and the one with the Jägermeister flavored condoms?
The sex.
That was at like 3 fucking a.m.
Yeah. Well, no.
And we just wanted to get off the stage and like, no.
Well, see, they gave us an hour because they used to put us at the end of the programming schedule, and we go until 4 a.m. And we'd be sitting here, it's like, there'd be the full audience, like, are you guys done with us yet? It's like, no!
But we're old now.
Who wants me to, bathe Kage in wine while he dances the river dance on the... Yeah! Okay.
I've heard that river dancing thing. I think it fucked up my back. Oh, by the way, speaking of fucking up my back, I've been asked to tell you about the fursuit group photo. It's related somehow.
The
It
group
just reminded
photo.
me. The group photo. They told me it's
The
going to be...
Gryphon.
The group photo is going to be shot in the courtyard.
I'll have to tell that story.
I'm told that the fursuit group photo is going to take place at 21:30.
Yes, it's not 9.
9:30. 21:30. It is now. It's 21:05. We should probably finish up like 21:29 to give the fursuiters time to get there.
Okay.
All right, 21:24.
Or either
Shut
that-
up, you're German. You're efficient.
Either that, or the furries can just leave. The fursuiters can just leave early,
And then we won't talk about them.
And then we won't talk
at all.
No,
You can just
because we
leave.
know they're getting ready.
That's fine. Take note of who they were.
How long does it take a fursuiter to get in fursuit? I'll tell you. I know it doesn't take a fursuiter nearly as long to get that thing off as it does to put it on.
We are talking about a fursuit, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to make that.
Oh yeah, it takes them 30 minutes to get the thing on, but as soon as they see a cute guy, the thing falls right off.
Actually, he's not so far from the truth. Is he? Oh boy! But the thing is, we couldn't stop now if we wanted to because I still have wine left.
I love that I have that power. Oh, it's like masturbation.
For 30 years.
Oh my God. Oh gosh. I could get off on my own voice. Something I do every day anyway.
Can I go now?
You sit on it.
You're starting to
Go,
What?
go over there, sit down on this.
I beg your pardon.
Sit, come here.
I'm not going.
Come here.
No. No, I
Sit. Just lean against it, sit down, and just
Wait,
kind of lean against it. Yeah, just lean against it.
Dude, I do not want to do this.
More? You want more?
Do it again. Do it again.
What's my name, bitch? What's my name?
I got put in the asylum for that for 5 minutes. I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
Whoa. Damn, that was.
That's nice.
That's like German sound engineering there. We thank Eric for that, right?
Yes.
Yes. Thank you,
Thanks.
Eric. And also thanks to the person who gave us the evidence of the 69, whatever the hell it was.
The 69 evidence.
I don't know. You
And
know-
then said clearly, do not eat, and then we ate it.
But the thing.
Americans die. We don't follow directions. We can't. I don't know why.
Yes, do not put your head in the microwave and turn it on.
Well then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, remove clothes before ironing.
Oh no.
By the way,
I'm an American. Oh my
hey, you
God.
can't tell me what to do.
Yeah.
Those are real, by the way.
Yeah. People coming by, it's like, there's a volcano. Your house is on a volcano. It's going to blow up. You need to move. I ain't leaving here. My daddy built this house, and I'm going to stay until I'm dead. That's about 5 minutes from now, so you don't have to worry about you anymore.
That guy
Yeah.
sounds like a plumber, doesn't he?
I have discovered that there is an amazing amount of Germans who are really fascinated with the American West. Am I wrong about that? Is that
The
true?
American West.
American West.
Your West. No.
I guess not. It's just one
we
person. I know
imagined it.
one person. Well, two.
Probably Electra Fencer.
It's what? Yeah.
And she
loves
ain't
it.
here. She's like drinking in the bar, having a good time.
She has been insistent on me teaching her how to speak in a Southern United States accent. She wants to learn this accent.
We taught her the Eastern.
I don't know why. I guess it's so she can walk in, and she's gotten pretty good. She's gotten pretty. We were walking around Berlin, and there was a couple of points where, a German would walk by and say hello, and she'd say howdy, y'all. And it's just coming out of this little German lady, and it's like, that is so awesome that she got boner. So
The thing is, she's very good, but she still has to practice.
she needs practice.
So she came up and she said, howdy, Uncle Kage. Would you like a glass of wine?
Yeah.
Close. So close. So close.
It's wine.
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 And we taught her the Eastern accent. She's good at that.
The Eastern accent, she's got something down.
Yes.
It's like, okay, currently I am speaking in a perfect American accent right now.
Yes.
Now, if I want to go over to the East, to New York and Philadelphia, where this asshole's from, then it changes. And suddenly, now we're gonna talk about this asshole.
Yeah.
This guy is an asshole.
He calls me an asshole.
You're an asshole.
This asshole calls me an asshole.
That's because you're an asshole.
Okay. Language lesson for all of you. Repeat after me. Asshole. Asshole. No. Asshole.
Through the nose.
Asshole.
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 Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Asshole. Oh, that was good.
Damn!
It's like being back in Philly.
Whoa!
Yeah.
It's like being on stage in Philly.
It is.
Get off the stage, you asshole! That's exactly what it's like.
Exactly, and that's from Mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, wow.
So they got, whoa, that was quick.
It was.
They got that fast.
They have a good education
Quick
system here, that's
learners.
why. We still got some time here, asshole.
So are you an asshole that just kind of, you live in the East or do you live in the West? You're just kind of wandering around, asshole. What kind of asshole are you?
I'm sorry, what was the question again?
You an old asshole? You a new asshole? When did you become an asshole?
Well, you calling me an asshole. The problem is you ought to know you was fucking born an asshole.
Well, then I know when I became an asshole. It was the second that I fell on my mom and went all German and said, ugh.
This is awesome. Okay, tell me, is this strictly an Eastern American phenomenon, or does it happen in this country? Two people who have never met before.
Yes.
Who are passing each other on the street. Yo, fuckwit.
What do you want?
Yeah, you.
The fuck do you want?
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
What? Yeah, you talking to
Motherfucker,
me?
yeah, you know what time it is?
What the
You
fuck
got the
time
fucking
is it?
time? Tell me what the fuck the time it is.
I don't got the fucking
Tell
time.
me the fucking
I
time.
don't fucking care what fucking
You
time.
give me the fucking time right now.
Yeah, I got the
Oh,
fucking
you
time.
fucking asshole, you don't got the fucking time?
You know what? You should fuck off.
Oh, dude, you
should
need to
fuck
fuck off too.
All right, you have a nice fucking
Yeah,
day.
you too. You're a really great guy, all right?
That happens.
It does. We didn't make that up. This is like every day in New York City.
New York City. People was like, yeah, what are you fucking, you looking at me? I'm fucking looking at you. Why are you looking at me? Fuck off. Okay, I'll fuck off now. Have a nice fucking day. Okay, thank you very much, friend. That's being polite. That's what people do there when they're being polite to each other. If they don't give a shit about you or they really want to piss you off, they'll come up and say, good evening. How are you doing? That's insulting in New York. It's like,
Yeah.
what, you can't even call me an asshole?
Yeah.
You're not gonna call me an asshole? Well, fine then. How are you today, good gentleman, sir? That's insulting in New York.
You get shot for that.
You get shot for that shit.
Now, by the way, I have to tell you, we're professionals. Do not try this in New York.
No.
Because last year, you all remember Andre Opitz from the Ringbird?
Andre.
The hairless master of alcohol, he came to visit me. And I took him to New York City. Big mistake trying to teach him. Because he's running around with this camera. Oh, excuse me, household. Please would you fucking take my picture in front of the building, you shit. No. Oh my God. Because he's talking to a Chinese guy. It's like, oh no.
It was like my German friend who came over and we were like walking around Los Angeles. And he was like, oh, I can't wait to see Los Angeles and then get into the culture and everything. And he landed and he started walking up, just out of the airport. And he's walking by people, what is up, my nigga? What is up? Like, no. And I was like laughing my ass off because it was funny, but it was like,
ass off.
You're gonna get killed if you do that.
And it'll be adorable.
But they call each other nigga all the time. It's like, no, don't, you can't do that. That's bad. Don't you understand?
It's a very complicated social system.
Yes.
The only way to there's a two-step process to understanding the American social system. Step one, be born in America. Step two, live there your whole life.
Yeah.
Very simple.
Yeah.
See, we done.
The only other alternative is probably get shot. Or stabbed.
You want to know something really funny?
Or raped. This could be fun.
Ooh. You want to know something really, really funny?
Okay.
We're talking about the East and New York and everything. My father is from the South. He's from Alabama, which is a very gentlemanly society. You don't do this down in the South. The Southern people are very hospitable. I just looked down at my father and he's like this.
Like, oh.
So he's either got a huge headache or he's like, oh God, I bore that thing. He could be saying the same about you. This is like the son my mom never had. This one over here. They love him to pieces.
Yeah, I'm the brother. I'm the brother that Uncle Kage never had.
Yes, the brother from the different mother. How do they say that?
No.
What? I
Brother from a different mother. Brother from another mother.
Brother from another mother. Brother enough wine. Not enough wine. Here you go.
Oh,
It was weird. It was so weird. Don't look at me when you say that.
it was weird. I was looking on my face and one day in the mirror, and I had suddenly, never had it before, this spot on my face. It was a dark brown spot that had never been there before. And I looked at it and I was like, why is there a spot on my foot? And it was just there. It was just part of my skin. Something happened and just suddenly it was there. So I lived with it for a while and it just was there. And I went to him and one day I noticed on this side of his face, he had a spot.
The same thing, shaped like the state of West Virginia.
It was the same shape.
Yeah.
And we're like, dude, what the fuck, man? It's like we're opposite. We got face things, dude. What the hell? And we always played with this. We always showed. We just like, hey, we got a spot. Look,
Yeah.
We got.
Look, see?
Identical birthmark. See, we got boom. But even though I wasn't born with it, and it took about. Because I don't look at my face every day. I don't pay attention to my face every day.
Well, I do.
Of course you do, because you're in love with yourself.
Well, what happened was
You probably jerk off in the mirror.
Well, doesn't everybody?
There you go.
I was looking in the mirror and I'm like, fuck, where'd it go? So I called up too. Hey, two, you're not gonna believe this, man. I just looked and it's fucking gone. It ain't there anymore.
A week before that, I was like, oh, it went away. It just disappeared. And when he was talking to me, he's like, oh, my thing is gone. I'm like, no fucking way. Literally at the same time, it went away. It just disappeared. And that's when we kind of went.
It's like that movie where you have the thing in your hand that starts glowing when you're 30 years old and they kill you and then it stops,
It's like,
you know?
I dress in black, he dresses in white. It was on this side of his face, this side. It was the opposite.
We
It's
are
like,
total opposites. He dresses in black, I dress in white. He's got some
hair.
I've got extra hair. He's got a tiny dick, I got a big one, and I'm very brilliant. He's got no brain.
Okay.
Got it.
Okay. You got me on that one. Point for you.
Sorry, asshole.
Point for you. I started paying attention so I can nail it.
Problem is, you walked into that one with your eyes wide open. You know better than that.
Mm-hmm.
And have me some of this.
Well,
That's the same stuff. What the hell
this stuff
time
is
it?
very interesting.
We only got about 7 minutes left because we really ought to, give people time to get to the first few folks. Stop that! Look like a tourist. Dude. Okay. This is fun.
Seaman.
Where's Foxamore when we need him? He would
I
have written a symphony about that.
That would have been my next big song hit.
I must have made him laugh because there's beer sprayed all over this. Look at that. How's this thing work?
Well,
No, that's
you
not
do
how it
this,
works.
And then things happen, but
It's technology, I think. Wait, okay, dude, wait.
What?
It's a goddamn piano.
it's a Yamaha.
It says-
it's not technology, it's Japanum.
It's a piano. And it says data entry. Whatever happened to, like, a thing you push and a little hammer strikes a chord there?
He says he thinks this is a piano.
It's a piano.
He thinks it's a piano.
It's a fucking
Instead of
piano.
buttons here, he's used to actually scrolling a piece of paper with holes in it through the thing.
Isn't that what everybody does?
There you go. See there, right there. You're old. You're old. Old man.
And how old are we?
We are getting older,
Mm-hmm.
but we are not as old as you.
I need to give you a math lesson.
3 und 4.
Close.
No, that's how old I am. 3 und 4. 3 und 4.
Listen.
3 und 4. How old are you?
Listen
how
now.
How old are you?
Let me tell you. When I was...
8 und 9. 8 und 9.
All right. Okay, you pinhead, pay attention.
Okay.
When I was 40 years old, you were 10. Right? When I was
No.
40, okay, I was 4 times your age. When I was 45, you were 15, which made me 3 times your age. Very shortly, I'm going to be 60, and you're going to be 30. You're going to be 1/2 my age. I'll be twice your age. Now you tell me, how long until we're the same age?
Ladies and gentlemen, the American school system.
Actually, Abbott and Costello, you gotta give credit where credit's due. He ain't actually 10 when I was 40. He was more like 40 when I was 40.
Only slightly less, yeah.
All right, what time we got here? We got a minute or two. We got to do something. We need a big finish.
What can we do for a big finish?
We can like walk off the stage. It's like these guys are assholes. I
It
didn't
would be
know.
like, bye assholes.
So yeah, we're done.
We don't want to do that though.
Done. Fuck all you. You've been a wonderful audience.
I
Fuck you.
You know, it's crazy because in the United States, almost always, if you don't have an ending, if you notice this, if you don't have an ending, at the very least what you can do is go, telephone, and telephone will run up on stage and everybody will be like, yay, and then you can leave. We're getting lazy because of telephone.
We are. She's like
Telephone's
ruined
making us lazy, yeah.
Well, okay. I will teach you what a professional scientist does when he's run out of material.
Okay.
Has anyone any questions?
Yes.
When you were in school, when the teacher would stop and say, "Are there any questions?" That means, I just fucking lost my place and don't know what I'm talking about.
Are there any questions?
Are there any questions?
Oh,
I bet somebody out there's got his hand
You know
up.
what?
What?
Are there any? We're like for serious. Are
Yes.
there any? Why not? Are there any questions?
They're gonna raise their hands and I'll be like,
Good. Questions. Who's got a
"Oh,
question?
I hear a whistle." Yes, ask your question, you.
Have you ever shared a room at a con?
No.
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 I have never shit a room.
Shared. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Your English is very good, but close. You're getting there.
That would be a lot of work.
Wow. Like,
Oh, there's the bed. Okay. TV pool. That's rectangular. Oh.
Anyway.
No. Oh my God.
I didn't touch it. I ain't on camera. You didn't hear that one. The problem is I got him and I can't tell you what I said. Okay. True, the Ranting Gryphon is dead, ladies and gentlemen. It is my fault.
Sorry,
Next question.
that was an in-joke in that.
Are there any other
That was
questions?
really mean. What
Oh,
is
I see a hand going. What is hand? Hello, hand.
Do you know that you're offending all French by drinking wine like this?
Excuse me?
Do you know that all French are offended by the way you drink wine?
Did you know that I don't care what offends the French?
My God, you're German. What? You what? This wine? You're talking this wine, asshole? Now look. Okay, you asshole, come over here. You talking this wine? You talking this wine or you talking this wine here? Which the fuck one you talking about? Yo, you want to fucking share this? He wants to fucking share this
guys wanna
wine.
fucking share
You want to share this wine? Oh, no, you get up here, you fuck.
Wait,
Get up here, asshole. Come here.
Come here, asshole.
Yeah, you want to share the fucking wine? I'll share the fucking wine with you, all right? Yeah, all right. Take the fucking wine. Now fuck off out of here, all right? Get the fuck out of my face.
Have a nice fucking day.
Have a nice fucking
wait,
day.
wait.
All right, look, you're a beautiful person. Get the fuck off my stage, all right? Here, love you to pieces.
Where are you from? I'm from California. Oh, well, there you go.
Here I thought we had a brilliant student. He's a
Yeah.
All right, guess what?
Chug it.
What? Chug it. Wait, here it is. What? Mine. All behind the time.
In California.
By the way, for the record, I do want to state
San Diego. Ooh, I was in Orange County.
it was
Southern
not
Orange County.
our intention to offend the French, but it's just so fun to do.
It's not that it is fun to do, but it's also so easy to do. It's very easy to offend the French. It's like, I don't particularly like the way you have your nose in the air. It's not the right angle. It's like, well, really, should I point it up a little bit more?
But
But we know.
Monsieur le Français, où êtes-vous? Votre man. The French guy, where are you?
Here.
Here. I have a question. Do you speak German?
A little bit, yes.
A little bit? Are you fluent in it?
No.
Good, you're welcome. Oh, I'm bad. Got him again.
Oh.
Remember what Paul taught us?
No, we love the French. We love French first. This is one thing that amazes me, and it will continue to amaze me about this convention. Is I know this is going to sound stupid, but here we are. We're all furries, all of us, and we're all from different countries, and we're right here in Berlin, from everywhere. There's furries from Australia here. There's furries from, a couple of years ago there was a couple of furries from Iraq here. And we all come together and we sit around and we talk and we don't give a crap what our governments are doing or what this bullshit's going on. We are all furries and we're right here and we're our own little system. We're our own little society. And so we can love each other no matter who else tells us that we need to hate each other.
Exactly.
And that's what we do, and that's what's amazing about the furry fandom, because we can go, fuck you, we're friends, we're family, and we don't care what you say. And that's what we're doing right here right now, and I love that.
We found
I
the world
love that.
we found the world that the rest of society has been looking for years, and the problem is we didn't even try.
We didn't try.
It just happened. Guess what?
Our time is up.
Our time is up.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
No more questions. Brother I never had. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your night. Do not forget, this man will be on stage to thrill and amaze you tomorrow evening. We hope to see you there.
Now go get drunk, for God's sake.